Hello, and welcome back to my review of Black Clover chapter 361. Yet again, we have another fantastic chapter on our hands with an ending that I am sure all of you have been waiting for. So, let's get into it. Last chapter, I wasn't sure if Yuno's final attack landed on Lucius, but it turns out that it did, and he quite literally cuts him in half, killing him. And so we open the chapter is Yuno killed Lucius. Yuno confidently claims that he wins. Uh, and then Lucius quite literally appears behind him. He attacks Yuno, however, Yuno blocks it, and Yuno is obviously shaken. He knows that the Lucius that he just killed is not an illusion. Then the common realm starts to break apart, and we quite literally see these massive pieces of the common realm, multiple buildings wide, just start ascending into the sky. Then Lucius explains to Yuno what exactly is going on. So Lucius currently possesses soul, body, blood, and bone magic. Thus, as a result, he's capable of cloning himself. He further goes on to say that even if everyone is beyond his foresight, his plan is still flawless. Lucius will recreate a primordial nursery in this land, in which he will descend upon it to rule as the Wizard Emperor. We then see an object in the sky. I highly assume this is Lucius's fortress, the one that we've seen earlier in this arc, because in the panel below it, we get Lucius sitting on a throne with his hand resting on his head resting on his hand. So that's quite interesting. It seems like he's going to descend his castle upon the Clover Kingdom. And then Yuno says that it doesn't matter if there's two. He will kill him again. Lucius smugly replies with, "Who said there was only two?" Then we see 11 more Luciuses appear in front of Yuno. Lucius simply restates that Yuno was strong. Kaiser, the captain of the Purple Orcas, is shocked by this entire situation, and we see one Magic Knight just drop to his knees, saying that this is impossible. Noel says, "Not yet. There's still hope." Then we get what I think most or all of us have been waiting for, the Black Bulls. So it turns out that the Black Bulls are at the Witch Queen's forest. She says that she was expecting their arrival and tells them that Asta is alive and in a foreign land. However, the distance is too far for Asta to travel. Our group isn't too sure what to do, but then Dorothy shows up. So the captain of the Coral Peacocks is here. She says that she agrees that they can't defeat Lucius without Asta, whose future can't be seen. And I'm going to come back to that in a second. She says that the three greatest witches of all time working together, anything is possible. So they create this massive magic circle with Finral in the center. Basically, the three of them, along with some other witches, are amplifying Finral's spatial magic, allowing him to invoke super compound magic, Door of Destiny. Now, this spell allows Finral to think of a person he wants to meet, and he will meet them. So I do highly assume that this spell is just going to open a portal in the Land of the Sun, in which Asta will jump through, and also the Ryuzen 7, because I do still think that they are going to join Asta in this fight. So we end this chapter with someone, I can't tell who, giving Asta back his Black Bull cape. Asta puts it on and says, "All right, let's go." That's how the chapter ends. This is quite a chapter. The return of the Black Bulls was great, as well as seeing Asta again is fantastic. And I really like the developments that occur in the Clover Kingdom. Killing Lucius was a shocking way to open the chapter. I wasn't really expecting to just see Lucius's body cut in half and falling on top of a building. Um, really, Lucius just kind of seems unstoppable at this point. And also, it's not mentioned in the chapter, but I do assume that Lucius is using Lucifero's gravity magic in order to break apart and cause pieces of the common realm to float. I'm not really sure how they're going to defeat Lucius. Obviously, it's going to include Asta, but I mean, we've got 13 of them, including the one that is in this fortress. And it's definitely going to be difficult because we saw a full power go toe to toe with one, and he barely took out one. And he's pretty much exhausted at this point, though he's still in his saint stage. And I'm really happy that we get to see the Witch Queen's Forest again. I really wanted to see everyone come together for the final arc. And while I don't think that's going to happen, I still do want to see different places jump in, or we visit other places. Maybe not quite visit, we're in the middle of a battle, but to see, everyone help out. Because I really don't want to see places like the Diamond Kingdom be forgotten, or the Spade Kingdom, which had little involvement in its own Spade Kingdom arc. I want to see them, participate, do something. Because so far, we focused on the Diamond Kingdom a lot in the start of the series. And, we got a lot of focus on the Heart Kingdom um, during the sort of Spade arc, Spade saga. But I really did want to see more from the Spade Kingdom. And of course, it's really exciting to see Asta again. And I can't wait till he reunites with the Black Bulls and eventually goes to the Clover Kingdom. Now, one thing that confused me is that Dorothy says they need Asta whose future can't be seen. I'm just a little bit confused as to how does Dorothy know about that special ability with Asta that we just learned about last chapter, when she is by far and away has not been here for this battle at all. Um, I'm just not sure how she knows that. Perhaps it'll explain how. Um, I just certainly wasn't expecting that from her. Overall, I did really like this chapter, and I'm very excited for what comes next. That's going to be all from me today. Bye, guys.